And we about to tap in with Jim Jones, guys.
Yeah, so we about to have Jim Jones on here on my Dipset.
He has his own cannabis line, and there's other products in this line that are crazy.
Definitely. So
new, innovative, and they also help our community right now too, so I can't wait to get into that with Jim as well.
Alright, cool. We about to tap him in right now. So I just see him somewhere. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Where it go?
There we go.
Oh, we can pause the music.
What up, roommates?
What's good with y'all?
If you guys are just tuning in again, I'm your girl Raylan T,
and your boy Buzzy Becker, and we got Capo in the building. What's up, man?
Give me one sec. Yo, give me a t-shirt out the laundry basket. Not a brand new t-shirt. Just a regular white t-shirt out the laundry basket. Hurry up, because I'm on the interview and I got no shirt on. Give me a t-shirt out the laundry basket in my room. You gave me a brand new t-shirt. I don't need a brand new t-shirt. Just give me a regular t-shirt. Hurry up, I ain't got no shirt on.
My man need a fresh tee.
Nick, I said in the laundry basket in my room. Wake your sleepy ass up.
Okay. I can't hear you because you keep cutting out.
All right, give me a regular it's my son, pardon me. What's up?
What's up, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Y'all just called me while I was working out, so you got to pardon me a little bit.
Oh, you still getting that workout in? I know you always have been in the gym though before this.
Yeah,
so quarantine really got you going.
Well, not got me going. Just trying to stay in shape. You know what I mean? So
as we all should during quarantine, like we all gained probably like 5-10 pounds.
I have for sure. So, Jim, there's like so much that we want to get into. The first thing I really wanted to get into was your music. One of the artists that I see that you collaborated with a lot was Mark Scabia, and he's from Buffalo, New York. I just want to know how you guys got that relationship together.
I'm on the interview. Through Heatmakers. Heatmakers, which is probably one of the more talented artists that I've worked with in a long time. Bro, this is not a white tea. Why you just keep bringing me whatever you want to bring me for?
Bear with Jim. He got the Age Fresh white t-shirt, man. We here, though.
Good enough. Don't worry about it. That's crazy.
So, Jim, how often are you working out?
I work out like 5 to 6 times a week.
Okay. So, damn, that's consistent.
Yeah. There ain't nothing else to do. Shit. You can work out and get high and make some money. So.
But back to Mark, though. He gives me like this John Mayer type vibe. So, it was like interesting to see you guys collab together. So, I know you were elaborating more on that before we got cut off.
I mean, yeah, he's dope. I mean, I haven't seen too many artists who kind of makes me feel like we feel when he sings. It's kind of refreshing to hear somebody with that soulful.
I can see it in the State of the Union video. You all like on the keyboards. You like really vibing out to it. So
he's a very soulful dude. He could play all the instruments. Like he like Alicia Keys. He could play the piano and sing at the same time. He could play the bass. Like he's a very talented, well-rounded musician. And we don't have too many of those right now out there like we used to. So it's great to see that we still have people who are, going after the craft the way he is. But shout out to Mark. I call him my white boy.
Shout out to Mark for real. Speaking of artists too, I was going to ask you that. So like, is any other new artists that you've been feeling? Because there's like, with music how it is now, everybody can just put out anything they want, advocate for themselves pretty much. So you can be, listening to artists that you never thought you would even discover. So are there any artists besides Mark that you have been listening to, whether they're underground or mainstream?
There's a few artists. When people ask me those questions, I tend to like forget the name. My brain goes blank. But there's a bunch of artists. There's a bunch of artists that I listen to that are not as famous as some of the mainstream artists, but definitely have a great sense of music and a great sound that I do enjoy. For the most part. I'm a fan of all music. I wouldn't say that I have too many favorites right now, but I got some records that I do enjoy. There's a few artists out there that I do follow because I like what they showcasing and what they doing. So depends.
Yeah. So speaking of music, man. So there's been like all this talk. In 2018, y'all was supposed to drop Diplomatic Ties, but now it's talks when Joel's get home, we might get a whole nother Dipset album. Is that true?
I would love to do a Dipset album when Joel's come home. But let's let him get home and get reacclimated to the Fresh Air Fund and get reacclimated with his family and things like that. And then let's see exactly what he want to do, how he wants to approach it. No matter what he wants to do, that we all here for his support. And if it's the music that he wants to get at, then that's the easiest thing for us to do, you know?
Nah, for sure. And we all be here for that too. When the last time you guys actually spoke?
I haven't spoken to Joel since he's been incarcerated and shit like that. I can't go see him because I'm on paper myself, but I speak to his brother at least once or twice a week. So he always relays messages. I've been constantly posting Joel's up while he's been gone. So, you know, I miss him a lot and I can't wait for him to get home.
Okay. Yeah. And I know everybody, like we said, wants, you know,
everybody wants a Dipset.
And you see,
album.
With everybody doing these versus battles, you're getting all these artists and groups that we haven't seen in a long time come together and play those classic hits. Would you be down to like get Dipset together to do a versus battle?
Dipset and Rough Riders. What you think?
That's what I actually told Swiss the other day. Like, he said a couple of names that I knew I wouldn't do just because of the person I am, and I know I ain't got the attitude for it, and I know they probably wouldn't want to be in the same room with me. You heard? You did? But I go in any room with anybody. So if anybody want to jump at the verses to be in the same room with me, I can't wait. I'll be there, nigga, with a big blunt. But besides that, Rough Riders will probably make the most sense. What I was telling Swiss, DMX, the Locks, himself, and if they could get Eve, that would be dope. But just DMX, the Locks, and Swiss would be a dope verse battle against Diplomats. I mean, it's only 20 records, and we got 20. Believe that.
Yeah.
From my solo catalog to our group catalog. So, you know, I think it'd be kind of easy. Probably tell Cam do 5 records, Joel do 5 records, I do 5 records, and do 5 Diplomat records. I don't think people can really fuck with that at that point because we all got about 5 platinum hits. Well, I know Cam and Joel's have over 5 platinum hits, and you could go back in history and check. Me and myself then had a few doozies and shit like that. So I think we're pretty stacked. If we was to do a versus battle, which I don't know, I don't really see happening, but, you know, if it was to happen, we ready.
Yeah.
We ready.
We ready. Hey, look, so listen, I want to talk about rap beats, and we all know, some might not know, you've been in like a couple rap beats back in the day, and then you just made amends with First Montana. You and Jay-Z had a situation back in 2017, but of course now you in Rock Nation. How do you feel about rap beats now, today, in 2020? Because it's way different than it was in the early 2000s.
Definitely.
Rap beef is more viral than anything nowadays.
Definitely.
When I was doing all that, you fuck around and get shot just for being on the wrong side.
Catch somebody at the Source Awards and y'all fighting backstage, you know?
Or y'all would really like go at it in the booth, for real. Like,
say that again.
I said y'all could really go in the booth and like really lay it out there because, you know, a lot of people are just using Twitter or they're not even dropping no like ether or like, you know, the diss tracks was really like fueling the beefs too back then.
Yeah, the diss tracks were what the beef was about. There was no there was no Instagram. There was nothing.
Exactly.
Social media that you could go back and forth with. So you had to make sure that you put out a track that was so vicious to make everybody like, damn. Like when Nas did Ether.
Exactly.
That was one of the most incredible diss records in hip hop history.
To this day.
No disrespect to nobody and shit like that. You know what I mean? When God bless Tupac, when Tupac said, "I fucked your bitch," that shit went viral.
That went crazy.
Before going viral.
Still to this day, yeah.
Before
nobody ever been that disrespectful.
Exactly, yeah, that's true.
And God bless both of them individuals, Big and Tupac. I mean,
you know,
what they did for the game, the culture probably wouldn't be what it is now if we didn't get to witness their greatness in the short span of time that they were here. So, you know, I always tip my hat to them and give them their roses. Word, because those are our forefathers. Those are my forefathers for this hip hop culture, and they did a hell of a job.
Yeah. Speaking of hip hop culture, one thing that I actually commend you on is trying to take the stigmas away from, like, you know, marijuana and lean. So talk to us about this cannabis industry that you recently started.
Well, it actually isn't recently started. Damn, dog, my dog was messing up my saucy mask. He biting my saucy mask.
Oh, you got the saucy mask?
You got the saucy mask. Shout out to Saucy.
Saucy, okay.
So this is the product. This is some flour for you. This is how it comes packaged in LA.
Okay.
This is some saucy sauce, which is the to take over the lean, which I encourage. Well, I don't encourage.
Yeah, please talk about
Yeah,
that.
talk about
Talk
that.
about this
THC has a
product.
lot of medical benefits, and what the kids are doing right now, they're destroying themselves by drinking that promethazine and that cough syrup and that lean. It's not good for the body. It's good for when you got a cold or some type of ailment to help you get past that. But the way they're abusing it, you see a lot of kids getting sick, and they probably won't tell it. Their bowels are messed up. They ain't been using the bathroom the same. And it's just so much side effects that come with it when this is all natural. So hopefully we can wean them off for all the chemicals and stuff that they have been doing, and they could take a natural dose of what they like to get into, So and weed has always been have one of the greatest medical benefits that people have been trying to deny for so long and things like that.
Definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean? So just to see that we're in a place where it's become legal in so many states and legal consumption and for leisure and all that type of shit, and just me being able to be in the right room at the right time, like this wasn't nothing that I planned. Just being at Rock Nation and they always got something going on. I walked in the room with OG and it was just like, there it is. We don't even say no more. We got the person we need. And shout out to Alex Todd and Paul, my partners up in Saucy. There's some great individuals, and we've been working on it for 3 years. So this is something that started 3-4 years ago as far as getting it legal, getting all the paperwork and stuff done. Okay. So in the last year and a half, we actually been in dispensaries in California. We're legal in, I believe, 2 states, California and Portland. So we're in upwards of over 100 dispensaries in California right now. So if you're in Cali, LA area, the Bay, Dago, and you're next to a dispensary, going on in there and get you some Saucy.
Hey man, shout out to you and Alex for that. I want to go back to social media. Social media is just a place where everybody says different comments. And I want to talk about 50 Cent comments on this whole exotic and black woman situation. You have a black queen yourself. How do you feel about
Shout out Chrissy.
the comments that you made?
I don't really give a fuck about anything 50 got to say. But I do have a black queen, and she's a beautiful lady. You dig? And that's just that. You heard?
Hey, straight like that. Shout out to Chrissy. Shout out to Chrissy.
Now look, Jim, another thing I wanted to tap on is, how your company is also working really hard to, get together this, marijuana reform. There's a lot of people who had convictions for marijuana that, have been sentenced. Talk a little bit about your company and what they're trying to do in those efforts to implement.
Well, the government itself has an equity program that they have for people who have been convicted for the same crime of selling marijuana. And what they do with this equity program is they turn around and give the same people that have been locked up for weed an opportunity to open up their own dispensary, opportunity to get a license to grow weed. That's an opportunity to be inside of the legal weed business, which I think is pretty dope. And they started that in the Bay, actually. Shout out to my dude, Tucky. He's probably one of the first recipients to receive that. He was selling weed blocks away from his dispensary that he has now that he legally owns.
That's awesome.
So I think the thing that's confusing me is there's still a lot of weed that's become legal in so many states. I think they need to concentrate more on letting the rest